Hello, this is Cole here with more Hex Crank Live, playing a game called Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. A very strange game from 2007 that combines Sherlock Holmes, the greatest non-Batman detective, and the Cthulhu mythos. He is explicitly investigating a Lovecraftian cult, which is pretty cool. Let's get started. This is the remastered version, so it's different than the one that I've played. I played this back around the time that it came out.
Go away, you swine! Leave, or I'll make you bleed!
These all came from the swamps. Could be toting contraband.
Holmes! Help me! Do not fight the calling!
Blood!
I beg of you, Holmes! Today! Relieve your blood!
Oh, no, it can't be. It can't end like this. Again, this nightmare haunts me. It won't let me forget. How did this all begin?
Just had to lay back down to reset a little bit. Please let me know in the chat if the audio is too high or too low. Good old Baker Street. Good old sparsely populated Baker Street.
Good morning, Holmes. Looks like a typical London day. Fog in the morning, fog in the afternoon. Ha! And here's a surprise, fog in the evening.
Good morning, Watson.
Can you imagine? I have been at it since 5 a.m. and I scarcely think my list of patients for the day has even been touched. What is more insufferable, I haven't even had a moment with the morning paper. They say the minister will assuredly... Holmes! Whatever is the matter? You haven't heard a word I have said.
It is the tedium, my dear Watson. Life is ordinary. The papers are lifeless. Any hint of audacity, and dare I say romance, has vanished from the criminal world.
Holmes, it is only temporary. You know perfectly well that sooner or later an exceptional incident will occur in London or thereabout, which cannot rest till the talents of Sherlock Holmes are called into play. Then it will be up to your agile wit to set things right, which should satisfy your constant need for mental gymnastics.
I hope the heavens hear your words, Watson. I hope they do indeed.
I must take my leave, Holmes. I have an appointment with a rather odious man, Captain Stenick. He is apparently in a state, with near tachycardia due to some problem involving his manservant. Why don't you get out for a brisk walk, Holmes? Perhaps buy a newspaper or visit that fellow, Barnes, over on Glentworth Street. You might remember him, the bookseller. He has some new volumes of the particular sort that should occupy your mind for a time.
He has the most fascinating new device, something called a nuke. Oh, this is different. I thought this was a first-person game. Yeah, I need to fix this, because I have no idea. Yeah, those are first-person controls. Huh. How odd. Box of matches, knife. Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Good. Alright, Watson gave me some hints. Checking a paper and going across to the bookseller, so let's do that.
The Strand! The Strand! By the Strand! 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 By the Strand!
So, my young friend, what is the news?
Nothing of interest for the great detective, sir. Those old stuffed shirts ate up half of London at their big scientifical to-do, and some Scandinavia princess is driving the locals wild with curiosity.
A Scandinavian royal is in London? If you and the lads can look sharp and find out more about her visit, there will be some coin for your pockets.
Righto, Mr. Holmes. If there's aught to be found, the irregulars will have it. I'll send the words out to the lads.
It is necessary to keep my informants in fighting form.
Something is happening with the stars. A strange jellyfish floating in the Thames. Thames? Timmy's, in the Timmy River.
Pardon me, I'm looking for the Barnes bookshop. Would you happen to know it?
I know the place, know it well, Mr. Holmes. The bookshop is on Glentworth Street. Take your first right and then the next left, and you'll find it straight away.
All right, let's do it. He looks suspicious. Just gonna...
My respects, Miss Fleming.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
So I apologize for being gone these past 2 weekends, if indeed you feel aggrieved. Greater J asked, was that you going wom wom wom? Yeah, that was me. I was just making a creepy noise.
Good morning,
with that
Mr.
dude's
Holmes.
weird face.
How are you? I have some new novels that should interest you. A nice illustrated volume on fish and a collection of legends on piracy. They must be here somewhere.
Okay. No, to complete my statement. I was in Milwaukee 2 weekends ago, and then last weekend I was home. So, did not have the ability to stream.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Wanna offer me some more?
Those flowers need watering. Ah, the pirate's book.
Who pretended to be the lover of his brother-in-law. We now close this chapter with the cruise of famous pirates. With the most terrible of the lot, the dreaded Sharks of McGrinty. Never before has one band of seafaring men had as many abominable and bloody crimes to their foul credit as McGrinty and his sharks. His well-known unnatural attraction to dead men of the cloth, which is supported by numerous witness statements, clearly a man of profane appetites and disregard for all humanity, that old McGrinty. But he has a lost treasure. The biggest mystery is the whereabouts of this fabled booty. No trace of it has surfaced in these long years, nary a gold coin or scrap of cloth. On November 1801, near the west coast of Scotland, the crew of a fishing boat witnessed a battle between the pirate horde and another ship. Their outlandish tales of the devil coming to claim his due, taking hold of McGrinty's vessel, the Vampire, and turning it into a ghost ship. The ghostly vampire ship being captained and crewed by the undead. According to those present, he uttered these peculiar words from the middle of the three throwing mouths, 30 steps towards the ram.
A book about sea fauna.
Useful. Oh, this actually will be useful. I'm going to find scales, and I need to compare them to this. That'll teach me to be dismissive. Oh, Barnes's bricks of cocaine.
I will take them.
Thank you, and goodbye, Mr. Holmes.
All right, let's go back and see what Watson up to.
Holmes! Here!
Ah, it's good that I found you, Holmes. As I told you this morning, I visited Captain Stenick. Although his symptoms are not serious, the circumstances which caused his palpitations are quite peculiar. Perhaps you can make something of it. Here is Captain Stenick and Sergeant Rufels.
Let's go take a look and see from whence comes the conniption. People who are aware of memes may be aware of the idea of Creepy Watson. This is the game that got us Creepy Watson. Okay, he's posted up there, but when he's following, being a little bit of a kind of an info dump, he'll just be right behind you. Watson warps. So let's talk to this guy.
Captain, I understand from Watson you are quite upset.
Any man will be the same, and with less provocation. My servant has left in the middle of the night. Damned ungrateful after all I have done for him. To top it off, he knows not one word of English. Finally, if he causes any damage, I will bear the brunt of people's anger and suffer the consequences, as I am the person who brought him to England.
How long was he in your employment, and is he accustomed to vanishing in this manner?
We returned from Australia more than 5 months ago now. But to his credit, he never left this house before now. He is afraid of the city, as are many inhabitants from open spaces.
Could he have stolen something?
Upon my word, no.
How much money does he have on his person?
Frankly speaking, he didn't have any money. I kept his wages for him, and they are in my safe. In any event, what the
Cool.
deuce would he have a need for money?
Who knew that he worked at your home, and had he any contacts here in London?
Anyone who deals with me professionally knows Baopa is my personal servant. As for his contacts, they are limited to the delivery men who bring food or other items to my home. What reason could he have to see anyone other than myself?
Describing a cool relationship there, Captain. Let's talk to the constable.
Now then, Sergeant, what is it about, and what elements of the crime do you have documented?
Referring to the official report, the following particulars were taken down. A young Maori responding to the name Baopa was reported missing by his employer, Mr. Stenick. No one in the surrounding area saw or heard anything relevant to this incident. In truth, we rarely concern ourselves with cases such as this, but the lad speaks not a single word of English, and according to his employer, has considerable strength. Considering the wild customs of his native land, who knows what damage he could cause? You must know, Mr. Holmes, there have been a few similar cases reported recently. The facts are much the same. Immigrants from the poor districts have been reported missing by their families. We expect that some low-class brothel has opened its doors to the local exotics, and Mr. Holmes, you can imagine how word would spread. Mark my words, with his unique looks and speech, we'll find this boy in no time. I imagine he'll have nothing worse to show than empty pockets and a delighted air.
That is a possibility, to be sure. However, I would be most grateful if you could ask your superiors to send me the reports about those similar cases. I rely on you, Ruffles. Watson, continue your search here. I must follow another lead.
Okay, what lead might he be talking about? Do I go inside?
What a peculiar drawing.
Human forms and flying fish. In his barely appointed shack.
Footsteps. Let's see. The right shoe is missing a nail.
Okay. And what are you? Well, let's take his size anyway.
The size is undoubtedly 7. The shoes are also hard sewn. Footsteps. Let's see. Footsteps. Let's see.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?
How strange. This appears to be a fish scale. I shall have to examine this more thoroughly under the...
Okay. Let us take this back to the microscope. While Watson I don't know. Stands there. Okay. Never mind.
I don't have enough information. I should return and investigate further.
Ugh. Well, let's go back and see if anything else catches our attention. Maybe go around this side. So yes, I am looking for traces of a young Maori boy who was brought here as a manservant to who I can only assume is a delightful human. And he has gone missing. The police interpretation of this is that he has found his way to a brothel. Nothing about his bed. Huh. Well, maybe I'm supposed to talk to somebody, or maybe I can go around the other side and see where he jumped off to.
What do you make of this, Holmes?
Suit yourself, Mr. Holmes, but it seems to me you're just wasting valuable time. Trust the instincts of a seasoned policeman. In my professional view of the case, this lad went on a spree and will pop up wiser if poorer in pocket.
Have you found anything, Mr. Holmes?
Alright, well, let's go see where he hopped over to. Ooh, a ladder.
This should prove useful. I have no reason to go there.
But still make a note of it. Hi there, Jala. What am I trying to do? Let's do this.
I have no reason to go there.
Huh. Let's see, is there any place that I could use this ladder? Because it seems like the trail has gone cold. Jala has just finished Chapter 00 of Corpse Party Blood Drive.
I have no reason to go there.
The fact that it's 00, so is that the prologue, or is that the epilogue? The epilogue that is also a flashback.
What do you make of this, Holmes?
Have you found anything, Mr. Holmes?
Found your ladder. Oh, wait.
Flaxen, yellow in color.
Is that his hair? Maybe there's more for me to do over here. Just gathering clues so it'll let me proceed. Oh wait, those are bent.
Fibers. Why are they here? It will be necessary for me to examine this more
Closely at Baker Street. So this does end up being just a little bit of a pixel hunt. There we go.
This appears to contain some measure of opium. I shall analyze it at Baker Street.
Oh, good. I have all the evidence.
Come, Watson, we must return to Baker Street.
What do you make of this, Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Stenick, I wish my news were your servant simply left your employment voluntarily for the service of a more honest man. Unfortunately, I don't have that pleasure. In truth, the news is grim indeed. Your servant was seen in the company of 2 men yesterday. One of the 2 is a man of moderate size, very robust, and a mature age. His profession, which will be the key element in our investigation of this affair, will be determined by me within few hours. The other is a young Hindi who is tall and only recently arrived in England. There is a darker side to these events. Your man was not with them by choice. Rather, the evidence shows he was kidnapped.
I love that
At this
surprised
moment,
expression.
the reasons behind this villainous act are unknown, but rest assured, the truth will not elude me for long. Gentlemen, I wish you a good day. Come, Watson, we must hurry. There's a great deal to do and little enough time to spare.
Holmes, I must protest. You did not spare my client, Captain Stenick. This seems unusually harsh.
That may be, Watson, but now what matters more is to know the reasons behind the kidnapping of this young aboriginal yesterday evening in central London, and more importantly, what has become of him. I must concentrate on a small experiment I will run to test my theories. Please go to the poor Lovelorn Barnes and ask him if he has something on the Maori nation and its traditions. Also, if you should happen to see the newsboy outside, find out what he knows, and if it has value, give him a coin. And for God's sake, don't be a miser, Watson.
A miser? You cost me one of my patients, and you question my level of generosity with your informers? Oh, really, Holmes, sometimes you go too far.
Okay, so we continue to try and figure out the particulars of these kidnappers. After good old Holmes gave that captain, you know, both barrels. So let's take a look here. I have no idea how he gathered all those details from a piece of cloth and a scale, but you know.
Now it can't be used for anything.
So let's examine the scale first. All right, so these are kind of blunt, with kind of a very rounded tip, green in appearance.
According to this monograph, the fish scale appears to be from a perch, a saltwater fish with high commercial and culinary value.
Okay, so we found a perch. see. Let's also analyze this lump. Wow, lots of people have popped in. Hey there, MASW and Dream Hands BB.
I shall have to examine this more thoroughly under the microscope.
Yeah, let's do this. Crack that bad boy open.
Nothing.
No, oops.
The meatball ignited but failed to burn completely. There are, without a doubt, mustard seeds present, probably in exotic form. What could be the other components, I wonder?
The meatball. Let's also look at these.
These rope fibers are clearly...
Okay, hemp rope fibers. Let's look at this cloth too.
Very interesting.
That's the nail hole. What's it say about the linen scrap? Piece of cloth. Was dyed, yet not in England. Without the slightest doubt, this originated in India. So, yeah. That's how he knew that one of the guys was from India, because his footwear, and also part of this cloth. Let's try and burn up these seeds, y'all.
Let's see if I can obtain a reaction with the help of my chemicals and apparatus. Now it can't be used for anything.
You've ruined it. What do I have here? Let's try water.
Now it can't be used for anything.
I've ruined it. Solvent?
Now it can't be used for anything.
Acid.
Now it can't be used for anything.
Spirit.
Now it can't be used for anything.
Oh, thank you for the bits, Bubble Wrap. I don't know about my affinity for 90s hip-hop. I think I just like making fun references.
Now it can't be used for anything.
Oh, can't you offer a little bit more information than that? Holmes. Let's see here. What else can I interact with?
Nothing.
Oh, cool.
Nothing.
Let's try lighting this up.
Now it can't be used for anything. Nothing.
Skizzers?
Nothing. Now it can't be used for anything.
Out of ammo. What do I do? Maybe I use the spirit as a fuel for the burner?
Now it can't be used for anything. Now it can't be used for anything.
To UHS. Okay. I tried doing that video game. Now don't tell me that it's the answer. Oh, okay. Cool.
Perhaps if I apply heat?
Why not? Let's do...
Now it can't be used for anything.
Perhaps if you applied heat. Let's try this.
Incredible. I note a strong presence of opium blended with a concentrate of morphine. The remaining elements are a mystery to me.
Of course they would be. Huh. What else do I need to do?
My analysis is not finished.
Okie doke. Maybe there's something else I can do.
Nothing. Let's see if I can obtain a reaction with the help of my chemicals and apparatus.
Okay, so these fibers, what would help me with fibers like this?
This is evidently coal soot mixed with water, and given the absence of any salt particulates, it must be fresh water. I should look from the window and see where Watson is.
There's a good lad. How does it go?
Oh,
Hello,
I'm
sir.
playing as Watson.
My associate, Sherlock Holmes, said you might have information for him about... now, what was it?
The princess, Gav. He was looking for the scuttlebutt on this here princess what we visiting. Exciting goings on. Her bodyguard went missing the first morning after she got here. Nice job to look after a princess's body, innit, sir? They say he went out on a town having a go with the ladies, if you get my meaning.
We knew he
Like as
knew
not,
this
he
is
was
all
trapped by
us.
some gang of toughs. Otherwise, who'd get the best of him? A proper giant he was by all accounts. Do I get me coins then, sir? Oh, thank you, sir. Obliged, I'm sure.
My dad was a pervert? My mom was a pervert? Alright. What does Watson get to do? So, the bodyguard has gone missing. Is he falling prey to what the other foreigners are? Well, hi, Pigeon. How are you? Oh, well. Oh, that's how you skip back and forth. Alright. All right. Let's go back and talk to Holmes. Hi there, sartorial bear.
Please, Watson, leave me to my thoughts. I must concentrate.
Dick. There might be another place to go. Sartorial Bear asks, who is that guy? The guy that I was zoomed in on. in case you missed the part or don't know what guy we're talking about. That guy. No, he's just a dude. What you doing up there, buddy?
I have no interest in going there.
Oh, that's kind of you, game. Let's see. I'm not quite sure where I need to go. Are my dialogues? Her bodyguard went missing first in the morning. Is trapped by somebody I test otherwise. Who get the best of him? Huh.
I have no interest in going there.
Do I go back here and try to win my patient back?
Ah, Dr. Watson, is there any news?
Doctor?
Huh. Let's see if maybe there's something I can do back here. No. Nothing. I think the Holmes told me to go check out the booksellers. So let's do this. I'm losing my mind. There we go.
Good morning. Has your sprain improved?
Good morning, Dr. Watson. It is slowly showing improvement. What can I do for you?
Would you happen to have a book on the Maoris?
If I have one available, it would be on that bottom shelf. Although I'm not sure if I still have that particular book.
Please don't trouble yourself. I will look for it.
Bottom shelf. Sartorial Bear asks what the current objective is. I am currently looking for the whereabouts of a missing Maori servant who has been kidnapped by all appearances. Which shelf are you talking about there, buddy? Ah, here we go. So this, those drawings on the floor of the hut seem to be an interpretation or representation of a dream. Yeah, and oftentimes these dreams are about the end of the world.
Good day.
Goodbye, Doctor.
I think that's all that Holmes asked me to do. You should be at your desk, sir.
Holmes, what on earth did you say to Barnes to put him in such a state?
Not now, Watson. Although I'm sure this bit of news is most significant, it must wait. We are piecing together a singular affair. This abduction story is much more complex than it appears. As I noted before, our next move is to locate the place of employment for one of the villains who abducted the young Maori. What part of London would such a man call home?
Huh. Can I reference my documents? Let's see here. So the other bodyguard went missing at Covent Garden, so...
Your intentions are good, my dear Watson, but you have missed everything of importance.
Oh, thanks, Dick. Looking for more place names. Hmm. Okay, so that crazy fish was found in the Thames.
Your intentions are good, my dear Watson, but you... Yes, Watson, there is little room for doubt. Our man is a bargeman who works at the Thames River wharfs. He is more precisely employed to transport and handle fish brought in by various ships. Our next step is obvious. We must find a cab and make haste to the Thames, near the warehouses.
Okay, warehouses. Let's go. Is this fast travel? Do I talk to the horse about going to a place?
Good day, Mr. Holmes. Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, there are nodes. You're not
Let's
just going to
go.
a neighborhood.
Why did we come here, Holmes? Brr, it's rather sinister here, and so cold.
Precisely, Watson. Ah, good. Here's a pub. We can warm ourselves inside.
Excellent, Holmes.
Hi, Watson. Club is bumping.
Good day to you, sir.
It's a
Could you serve
hipster.
up 2 of your best pints and some information, if you please?
My pleasure, sir. What can I do for you?
My friend and I are looking for a man who works one of the fishing boats at the...
In truth, there are dozens of such boats that lay anchor here every day. What can you tell me about the look of him?
Only that he is a robust man, about this size, wearing iron soles.
Little help there. You've just described half of my customers. I have nothing for you. Here now, look for a man called Harper. He lives in a house not far from here, after the bridge near the warehouses. You can't go wrong finding his place. It has a large anchor painted on it.
Either way, I am in your debt. Please tell me, for curiosity's sake, what troubles your friend?
He's been waiting ever so long for a new wooden hand. It was to be here yesterday, but still no sign of it. He is quite low and has taken to the drink.
The devil
And you're selling it
last
to
night
him.
a nasty flea woke me, and me with only the hook on me scratching hand.
He's saving his non-scratching hand for his
And
wedding
to
night.
me worries, imagine last summer I had worms.
Worms?
Yes, worms is what it was. A sudden attack in the middle of the night, again with only the one hand, and that blasted hook on the other. Hit me misery. I used the wrong hand. Lord, I was unable to so much as sit for 3 weeks.
Well, gentlemen, again, thank you. Have a nice day.
Anyway. Oh, jeez.
Excuse me, sir. Could you...
I am in no mind to talk. Leave me to my drink.
Okay. Let's go look for the house with the anchor on it. Oh, man. It is not far from the warehouse, is what they said. I really should have paid more than $8 for this wine. Not for this wine. I should have paid more than $8 for wine.
No one is here. This old rope seems intact. No trace of soot present.
So it's not the rope that was used in the commission of the kidnapping. Maybe that will be of importance later. Oh, wine in real life. To answer Sartorial Bear's question.
No one is here.
Is there another way in? Let's see what's over here. Just burst in. Hi.
Excuse me for disturbing you, but I'm looking for a man named Mr. Harper. Do you know him? He lives just opposite you.
He gone. Boat. Boat.
Watson, I know this accent. These people are Nepalese, and as luck would have it, I am familiar with this dialect.
Nepalese? Holmes, are you sure?
Aho Nitra. Shigong Senitra.
Ah, Nito. Tro. Bo Petro. Toro Mitro. Doka.
This woman says her family has suffered a grave misfortune. This altar is for her son, a lad of 16, who disappeared just 1 week ago.
Could he have run away to sea, or some other youthful adventure?
Il koga bratsen, but presindra kum.
Bo Petro. Toro Mitro. Ka. Waekta. Dorikoto. Ah, Nito. Tro. Petro.
She said a man was seen in the area making inquiries about her son and their family. The man worked at the docks and had a silver eye. Yes, exactly. He was a vile man with one silver eye. Malinhe gas, sundre broket hadu.
Ora liga, toro mitro, ka, petro, toka, nito, waekto ricota.
She also says her son's belongings are on this altar. She says we may examine them and take anything that might help find her son.
I don't trust your
But
translation,
what does
Holmes.
this have to do with Captain Stenik's servant?
I think she's saying, please leave. We're mourning. And you're saying, I want to take their stuff.
This is not Nepali. It looks like silver, but judging by the weight, it's a fake.
There's a picture of the boy.
No one is here.
So we have a possibly fake pendant of a bird. Let's explore these docks just a little bit more.
Oh, 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 oh.
It's sound effects. This guy got into a sour barrel of hooch.
Watson, it appears this young man is ill. Be a good man and see how serious it is.
Here now, my young man. Let's have a look at you. Oh, Holmes. This man isn't ill. He's drunk. He fairly reeks of alcohol.
Oh, it's not my fault. I swear it. Oh, my head. Oh, this gang of young toughs. They forced it on me. And then on top of it, they stole my parcel.
What's that? You say you were forced to drink. Explain this and spare no details.
Yesterday afternoon, I was given a parcel to deliver to an address not far from here. I was near the warehouse district when a gang of young lads attacked me. Before I could think, they drew knives and gave me a bottle, telling me if I valued my life, I better drink it all. Well, let me tell you, I drank without stopping. I became giddy, and then must have passed out. I remember nothing else, except waking up a moment ago, finding myself alone. My parcel gone.
But what could they have wanted, Holmes?
They wanted money for booze.
It's obvious, Watson. They were seeking some poor soul on whom to test their vile concoction. Tell me, could this bottle be the one they gave you?
I can't say. It could be. I feel ill just looking at it.
It has a unique flavor. Rather tasty, I might add. There's no mistaking my senses. This contains turnips. In fact, a liberal amount.
A turnip
Where are
brow.
you off to, Holmes?
Watson, it is time to seek out the distillers of this unique brew. If they are located in this district, they may have much to tell us.
Okay, time to go find some good old-fashioned moonshiners. Dijon de jour. I got keggered by a roving gang of frat bros. It appears this poor man has been iced. You mean like killed? Or they're using slang for killed? It was the most fascinating game. Played by those of the collegiate occupation. Distillers. In these empty streets. Check the skies for booze clouds. Watson hasn't started teleporting yet. Oh, this guy again. Man, the run speed in this is very ineffectual.
That part of the warehouse seems an ideal place to hide, but it would be difficult for anyone to get there.
So, what about it?
I am missing something.
Are you the guy from the bar? Let's ask him about this moonshine.
So,
I assume this is your special recipe?
that depends on who's asking. If it's the law, then I have nothing to do with this. If you're a customer, 2 shillings gets you a taste.
A fair price indeed.
Airtight.
Unfortunately, this vintage is a bit full-bodied for my taste, but I would be very happy to recover a parcel that went missing near this very spot.
Oh, he just handed it over. How kind of him. Well, I guess it's not polite to open another man's package, so... Where is this good drink boy? He will be over here, I think. He was across from customs. Oh geez, really? You're gonna make me find this guy again? Come on. Okay, so that's where the moonshiners are. Well, that kid was dressed up like a policeman or something, so... This well appears to be of interest. So there's this crane, actually. It looks like a physics object. But that is neither here nor there. Let's go see where he ran off to. Maybe it's, maybe he is in the bar. Doing some hair of the dog, maybe?
Hello to you again, sir. I won't waste time. We have discovered new details that may lead us to this elusive seaman. Most significantly, the man has a missing eye and wears a silver ball in its place.
By God, that can be no other than Dirty Summers. A nasty brute, that one.
Where could one find him?
He must have signed on with a ship, because he was here last night looking to hire some men.
How did he behave while he was here?
He gave me extra to secure the private table behind that curtain. During his time here, men of all sorts came and went, seeking positions. However, he seemed nervous and fearful, as his knife was unsheathed and ready the whole of the night.
May I examine this table behind the curtain?
Certainly, if it will help.
Okay, opened up a new evidence. Oh, Jesus. It's giving me a little bit of space, Watson. Okay, that same icon. What's this? J. Simon.
These cuts seem quite recent. There are 4 symbols.
I knew I need my notebook. One moment. Let's jot these down. This one looks like a bird or a bat. Then this one, a little bit like an eye. Well, who am I kidding? They're all eyes. This one's a little bit like the eye of the Crimson King. And this last one's like a claw with a couple of extra doodads in the middle. Okay. Or the game would have done it for me. I was just real eager to draw something from a game, guys. All right, same anchor icon, J. Simon. We are just one step closer to getting this elusive seaman in our grasp.
Have you found anything of importance, sir?
Good news, sir. Here is what you were waiting for.
Oh, the package was the guy's hand, so he can scratch his asshole. I hope it's lacquered. No, you don't have to do it right away.
Oh, thank you, sir. I could kiss you.
Here now, you can't just leave this laying about like that.
Lord love you, the scrapers ordered here as well. Come now, let's celebrate with a drink.
This should prove useful.
Have you found anything of importance, sir?
No, I have nothing to say to him. I have no reason to go there.
Okay, so I have this hook. What is all this? No, it's just a conspicuous puddle. It's laudable to make your environments expansive, as long as you put things in it. This is like running around on a Counter-Strike map without any other dudes in it. Yeah, this wine. So, I know nothing about wine. I just know that I like it occasionally as a change of pace. You know, from the other kinds of inebriants. I guess I would be the inebriant in this case. The inebriators. I'm the inebriatee, rather. You know, it's nice for a change of pace. And you don't want to be uncultured. You want to be able to drink wine. But I can conclusively conclude two factors that should not make you purchase a bottle of wine. First, is it $8? Okay, I'm sure there's some pretty fine $8 wine. You want to know that going in. You don't want to say, yeah, I really don't feel like spending a lot of money getting drunk tonight. The other thing is the bottle of wine being advertised by a very cool statue of kind of a bloodborne mechanical horse. So this is a Pinot Noir by a brewery called Dark Horse. And it was in the produce section of my grocery store when I was out shopping this morning. And yeah, I was like, okay, well, yeah, some wine sounds good. I should trust the statue. You know, the moose out front told me, hey, Cole, you want this wine. Go talk to the horse. Went to the horse and I said, hey, the moose out front told me. And here I am. It's not very good. It's like on this weird side. Yeah, I normally like a very dry wine, unless I'm drinking something that's explicitly supposed to be sweet. But, no, this one is like halfway in all measures and just kind of tastes a little stinky. So let's see what they said about this silver-eyed man. Maybe the moonshiners will have something to say. That's my medication timer. I'm a professional. Oh well, the nice part about buying an $8 bottle of wine that sucks is you're only out $8. And at the end, you're still, you know, you've still drank, so it's a weekend. God, I would love if this was just like a menu of places you could go as opposed to a place you have to walk around. Let's see here. Maybe they'll talk about this.
What?
One other thing. Have you seen this before?
Yes, I saw it. One of the dock workers, an odd sort, gave it to a gang member, Brannock. He wanted Brannock to join their gang, or I don't know what. Must have been nigh on 2 weeks ago. 2 days later, he went missing, and not a word since.
This man who gave your friend the pendant, can you describe him?
Not very tall, strong, wearing a red cap, and he with a hare lip. You could likely find him near Warehouse 12. He told Brannock he worked there.
Thank you. By the way, my friend the postman feels badly used. You should change the recipe.
Oh, I was sure of that. Turnips weren't near rotted enough. Maybe they need a longer soaking in the gutter water. Now, off with a pair of you.
Yeah, maybe you add a little bit of something to scrape off of the wall in a Long John Silver's toilet, then you're good. Warehouse 12 is where I need to go. Have I seen signage to that effect? Did he provide something while I was thinking of that sick Long John Silver's burn? Okay, let's do another lap, see if I can find any signage for that particular number of warehouse. It's been forever since I thought of Long John Silver's. It is not an establishment that I frequent. However, I drove by one and I made a particular notice of the front sign that advertised some kind of all-you-can-eat day, which sounds ridiculous. I think they're legally obligated to put a suicide hotline on the menus for that. Not making light of it, I just don't think those people are interested in living very long.
What a pity. The window is closed and the front door is barred. We must gain entry. But how?
But why in blazes are we breaking in? Ah, Holmes!
Ah, Holmes. Okay. So that is broken up there. Do I need to push some crates? It's been 11 years since I played this. None of those are movable. Made no mistake. Ray Long John Silver. I will fuck up a hush puppy, but I would much rather have a hush puppy from a different fried seafood establishment.
Yes,
cool.
there is something here. Yes, there is something here.
Do I use the hook to break this window? Let's try this.
Yes, there is something here.
Do I get in through the well, maybe? Dijon du jour says, I prefer to get mine from a reputable hush puppery.
I need something.
Can I swing that crane over? Can't take that brick? Vexing. No, I'm not talking to you, electronic dingus. Stop.
I don't know that one.
Sure. What do you think, Watson?
What do you make of this, Holmes?
I was asking you that question. Come on. Is there something that I'm missing? Is there an item that will break that window? What is this at the top of the well? Can I take that anchor? No, I can't. I have rope. Do I throw this over here?
I need something.
Do I combine to make a grappling hook? Haha, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am Watson now. Do I have to have him tie something to that?
No, I can't do that.
Let's go check this window. Or...
No, I can't do that.
Oh, I give him directions. Okay, good, good. So wipe the soot off of this.
Bravo, Holmes!
Ah, it bites! A splendid catch, Watson, but I prefer to let it go. After you.
Where are you at? Oh, there you go.
I need something. I need something.
Find some kind of pry bar. Don't we all? There's a still. All these folks are doing moonshine. So weight there.
We can't do this in such a way. How could we lift up this weight?
Let us pause to consider the facts, Watson. No mystery can resist an agile mind.
Every riddle has an answer. Okay, we have a pulley, and this is a source engine game. And also I have my recollection of this game from when I played it. We're getting into physics, this bad boy. So, what do I still have in my inventory? No longer have the hook, so I can't use that. Oh, this is covered in blood. Neat. No further curiosity there, old Sherlock?
I cannot do this.
In good conscience, I cannot activate this valve. Alright, maybe... Can I interact with that? No. Okay, it would make sense to grab the rope, wouldn't it? What is this? Is this a weight? This thing I couldn't pick up before? Maybe have Watson do something with it. Oh, cool.
The end of this hat pin is covered with blood.
It was being used as a pen. It was a hat pen. The passport of Amos Colby. From the U.S., born in Massachusetts. Drew a Cthulhu.
Look, Watson, a page torn from an American passport. One Amos Colby, 36 years old, from Boston, Massachusetts. He arrived here just 3 weeks ago. What business did he have here?
This drawing on the back of this page, it resembles some vision of a demon, and... Good God, Holmes! It was drawn with blood!
It would seem likely that whoever cut themselves with this pin is also the artist of this demoniac image.
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Quite. Okay, pry bar, good.
This should prove useful.
Let's see.
I need something.
I told you, we all need things. It's the human condition.
And according to this tab, the case is measured 2 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter.
Okay, 2 by 1 by 1. Full of sails. 2 by 1 by 1. That sounds like a casket dimension.
Someone has emptied these cases of sailcloth to hold something very different, but still suited to their particular form.
Oh, my God, Holmes, you do not mean that all these crates are better called coffins?
Look who was ahead of the master detectives. I'm a good boy who pays attention. Maybe now I can use the rope. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I was doing some kind of like weird tanning or something. Maybe now he can deign morally to use that valve, fill this up with some water. Okay, what do I do now? Okay, I did the old
I cannot
swap
do
already.
this.
Yeah, Watson, do you want to stand under a very heavy pail
cannot
of
do
water?
this.
Maybe there's a way to pull the lock off of that. Oh, I can just push that back and it'll... Okay. Okay, let's trace the mechanism. I've tied this rope to this door, which is too heavy for either of us to lift up. This well appears to be for nothing. Let's see. This goes up and over. Nothing I can interact with, but it's up and over this pulley. Over to here. Initially it was a loose rope. I filled this big bucket of water, moved it down here.
I cannot do this.
Maybe I can cut it? Let's use this knife. Okay. Huzzah. And now with that massive
Bravo,
noise, we have alerted the
Holmes.
authorities. Authorities.
Watson, we must inspect this place carefully and leave no stone unturned. We have little time.
I bet you we find a shrine.
Good God. Holmes, where are we?
Tread lightly, Watson. This place seems alive and watchful.
Oh, it's also very dark. Hi, Mai. Ooh, yeah. Knew it'd be a shrine. Okay. Okay, so these symbols resemble what we have seen before. Terrible OPSEC carving those on a table in a bar.
I need something.
Okay. Let me consult my drawings. Okay, I need the one that looks like the... Hey, Watson, can you just climb off my dick for a second? Okay. Okay, so these are a little bit effaced. No, that's incorrect. Jesus, man. I think maybe that one. No, not that one. Okay, none of these seem to match. There's one of these symbols in my notes. The third one doesn't seem to line up against anything that I've maybe that one. Oh shit. Okay, that seems to match up against this one. So maybe the one that has 3 different lines. Oh, shit. Okay. That's the one that looks like the eye. I think, maybe. No, this is the one. Okay. I don't know how to influence which wall I look at, because I've definitely already done this one, which is fine. Are there any symbols on this one? No, there's the 2. I still need the one that kind of looks like okay, so I still need this one. So let's try and find that. Okay, I've already found that one. Nothing that seems to lead to a helix like that. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Cool. What's that? Haha, there we go. Yay. Oh, that's a silhouette of a body. Let's light this bad boy up. I don't have my matches.
What a horror!
We are in a pre-Outlast world, so they have tastefully covered the dingus.
This man was bound with rope shortly before his death.
This man fought hard before his tragic end. The dreadful-looking broken statuette reveals much about his terrible struggle.
So was he dissected or vivisected? And how can Sherlock and Watson be in the presence of that statue? Let's look at this bruise or abrasion. Nothing.
This man's right index finger is coated with dust.
Okay, we can get a print off of him. Okay, there's a lot of detritus over here, so let's get looking.
That smell. This water contains a strong opiate.
You would know. Okay, this is where the cultist slept.
A box full of pendants in the shape of a pelican. These are brothers to the one found at the Napolis house. Quite useless. These trinkets are nothing but charming decoys.
But we know where they came from. They were being handed out as some kind of marker, I suppose?
This should prove useful.
Okay, we've got a box. Or just a handful of soot. Cool. Some interesting graffiti of human and deep one, not deep one, elder thing hybrid. It's not elder thing. Man, so many of these like generic terms that I want to use are names of actual things. I'm gonna get my copy of the Call of Cthulhu book, the new Pathfinder one by Sandy Peterson. Yeah, that's coming in this coming week, and I am psyched about that.
The left sleeve of this costume bears slight traces of blood, and here, the pocket is pierced. Aha, there appear to be papers inside.
Oh, there's a fingerprint here. Northwood Agency. Any man of discreet investigations. For you, we shall search the world. Okay, from Boston. That matches the passport that we found earlier. So this must be the dude. Let's see here. Do I have anything that will let me take a print off of this guy? Let's try this. Oh, here we go. Oh, a different one. Cool. Got a couple of what appears to be old cuts.
This man has a small wound on his left thumb. He must have drawn that strange figure in blood on the torn passport page.
Yeah, this is absolutely Amos Colby from above. Not like an angel, but like we found his shit upstairs. One detail of gore that I hate, in addition to seeing intestines, I hate seeing intestines, but is seeing ribs through the skin. Let's see, is there anything over here in this mechanism?
This message is engraved in some language unknown to me. I must make a copy of this message before the police arrive. A herd of buffalo could not leave a greater mess than the local constabulary.
Constabulary. Let's take that.
This message is engraved in some I must make a copy of this message.
Okay.
Excellent. A perfect copy of those symbols.
Bravo, Holmes! What do you make of this, Holmes?
What use are you, Watson?
Metal boxes, and here is one that still bears a label. It is in the shape of a flower, which appears to be Edelweiss, and it is black. How remarkable. They are not common. I must take the contents of this box to Baker Street for a more thorough analysis.
Okay, I think we may have thoroughly tampered with the crime scene, unless there's something that I'm forgetting.
A box full of pendants in the shape of a pelican. These are brothers to the one found at the Napolis house. Quite useless. These trinkets are nothing but charming decoys.
Okay, let's try to leave and see if they stop me. I want to see how they handle these. Yeah, this game was not meant to be played from a third-person perspective. Weird. So weird that they would add that in this remaster. And by remaster, I mean, oh shit, we released this in 2007, and nothing released in 2007 works, so we need to put out another one in 2009. Alright, so let's hop on that horse and giddy up on out of here. If that is how this is to go.
Have you found anything of importance, sir?
Okay, so maybe this is just an instance of bad flagging and there's something that I forgot. Mai is making some kind of Big Lebowski joke that I do not recognize. I mean, I know. So she is saying sometimes you have to start a Cthulhu cult to get your rug back. I understand that. I understand her saying you should pee on the altar. I don't know what it has to do with the situation. Please enlighten my dense ass. Oh, I called him the dude. Okay. The dead guy. I called McCoy or whatever his name is. The dude. Okay, there must have been something I missed. Whoa. No need to apologize. Okay, let's scour this area. Maybe the third-person perspective will help. Maybe I need to complete the ritual? No? Nothing down here. Okay, there is something that I definitely wouldn't have noticed that I looked at in the UHS, which is apparently there is a large black spot on the floor in this very dark room that I need to find and examine. Oh, here we go.
What a peculiar drawing.
It's a med kit.
That smell. This water contains a strong opiate.
I'm supposed to do something with the opiate.
That smell. This water contains a strong opiate.
Is there something about the altar that I'm missing? Are there other things on his body that I should examine? Is there anything about the statue? Okay, there are literally no hotspots left over here.
Opiate, beyond all doubt.
You are right. This is definitely an opiate. Holmes, could these villains be opium smugglers?
This unfortunate man must have interrupted the kidnappers while they were transferring their victims.
What are you speaking about?
All of the kidnapped people were kept here, and from the look of things, for some days. There must have been a good number of them, so they were drugged to keep them docile. Then, with the vile assistance of riffraff hired by Dirty Summers, they loaded these people into the missing cases from the warehouse. Last night, these poor unfortunates were loaded onto a waiting ship, their destination as yet unknown.
Oh my God! Holmes! Look!
Oh, is he still alive? Oh no, he got a case of the eels.
Let's leave this place, Watson. We can do nothing here. See that this is delivered to Mr. Holmes at the Diogenes Club as quickly as possible. Do not leave without his reply, though such insistence will undoubtedly cause Mycroft some distress.
What the devil are you doing, Holmes?
I am sending a letter to my dear brother and including a reference to the strange markings I found on the temple stones. Perhaps he can make something of them.
Minecraft
Watson, I must know what was in the metal boxes that we found in this strange temple.
All right, let's fire this up.
Nothing. 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 Nothing.
Okay, maybe it's not one of those investigations. Maybe I need to find something else.
What do you make of this, Holmes?
You're so useful, Watson. I really value your input. Is there something in these books? Oh, okay. I just have to pry it open with that. And I can investigate. Let's boil this up. See what strain it is.
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, it's got the same mustard seeds that were found in the lump in the shack.
And there, it is done. This is a very fine powder. Perhaps if I apply heat? That smell, undoubtedly a derivative of opium and morphine. This is the same compound on the ball found at Stennick's place.
How goes it, Holmes? What is the result of your analysis?
Without question, this is clearly a derivative of opiate. Something still troubles me, though. The facts indicate this substance must have been used in large quantities. But no English druggist could provide such an amount. Far too risky. And I do not believe British customs would allow such a large quantity to pass through unremarked.
Well, I am convinced of quite the opposite, Holmes.
How can that be, Watson? Explain your reasoning.
Please remember that as a doctor, I am accustomed to the use of various compounds, including powerful derivatives such as distilled opiates. Those imported from the continent enjoy a special status with British customs, who do not bother the shipments and take little note of the quantities inside. Such shipments are easily identified by their labels. They always bear the identifying mark of the particular medical academy within that country which has an agreement with our own governing academy. Though I can't determine the precise country of origin, I would swear the label scrap left on this crate is one such as this.
Doctor, I will never get to the end of your possibilities. You have solved this little riddle for us. Quickly, and waste no time, we must get ourselves to the custom inspector's office at the harbour.
What, now? Can't it wait for our tea? Oh, coming, Holmes.
I have no reason to go there.
Sure you do. Okay. Holmes is a real piece of work asking Watson to describe his reasoning when Holmes never does so himself. Just boom, drops knowledge and walks away. This is where the customs ought to be. Maybe we can just check its book. Oh, Kelly, the baby came to say to me that Sandra began giving birth and that she claims me. The boat is clear. You will easily find registers not far. Philo. Phil O? Philo. Can I just snoop? Is there somebody that I should talk to? No, can't talk to her. She's all grieving and shit. Oh, good, you can just fast travel. Oh, this will make the stream much more watchable. Thank you. Hey,
Sir,
K2K8.
did you find what you were looking for?
It was good seeing you in Milwaukee.
And no. Tell me, where can I find the customs agent?
The man's name is Beddoes, and at this time of day, you'll likely find him on the pier near a ship.
Thank you. You have been most helpful.
Pleasure to be of service, sir.
Let us hope that these registers contain what we need. They must be here, somewhere. Aha, these must be the registers. This one concerns special imports. Nothing definite or comprehensible here. All that they mention is that these goods were stored in Warehouse 16. I see nothing further of interest here. Best to leave these ledgers as we found them.
Okay, Warehouse 16. Next to Hangar 18. And no too much. Okay, Warehouse 16. Let's follow the signage. Okay, so that's Warehouse 5. Warehouse 7. I don't need to count up as I go past all these.
I have nothing to say to him.
Ooh. Alright, I need to get past that constable. Maybe I would just go around. The place I need to get to is on the other side. Warehouse 16. Where are you at?
No, I have nothing to say to him.
Maybe I've already seen it.
The iron boxes were stored here. A careful search of the place might reveal some valuable evidence.
Another B&E, Watson.
I see no way of opening this door.
Filthy tar, my shoes are thick with it.
Are you ride or die?
I have no reason to go there.
Okay, so that tar gives us a footprint path to follow. Let's see down here. Maybe there's a way in. Disappointing, there's nothing to interact with. Maybe I need to go up there to that boathouse or whatever that is. Let's see. So those footprints need to be important because they specifically call my attention to them. I can't get behind the warehouse. The front door is all locked up.
I see no way of opening this door.
They're trying to say something to me about these doors. Is there something that I need to equip? No, I don't have my pry bar. I just have my knife. Let's see, can you examine these footprints?
Hold on, Watson. These traces have much to tell us. Regard how they resemble those nearby.
Oh, there. Also, hey, there's a key. A key I can clearly see. Cool.
Hold on, Watson. These...
All right. Is anybody else missing a nail like the previous guy was? Okay, maybe just take the key as a W.
Here is a tab. This one is less damaged. Excellent. We now know the source of these illicit goods. Watson, we shall now return to Baker Street. There is much to be done. Have we received any word from Mycroft?
It seems to me there is a letter on the table for you. Perhaps it is from Mycroft.
Okay, the Northwood Agency is based out of Boston. Generally, they are specialists in international searches for missing people or works of art. They have a good reputation, and Amos was in their employ. Amos was the guy we found elified in the basement. The details of his last case were confidential. As for now, I have included an approximate translation of the characters that you discovered, though it is rough and I must admit, rather enigmatic. Okay, let's see here. Strange poem. That your grubs go through the ether, stars like maggot in the fruit, wait for your awakening to honor you. Light of the abyss, he is the one that you chose to show us the beauty of the deep blackness. Light of the abyss, he is the one who carries your mark on the body. He became one of ours, one of yours. Light of the abyss, for his call depths. For his call depths answer, and we shall answer in your name. Light of the abyss, his body is seaweed, his body is octopus, his voice is your voice. Let the dream and the return of the great be fulfilled.
So, the poor devil who lay under this warehouse was indeed the owner of the passport embellished with the drawing made in blood. His thumb was gashed. He is most assuredly the one who made the drawing during his captivity. But what brought him to this place? Furthermore, if this detective agency has any standing, it rests on the reputation of its associates. They are rightly regarded as proven professionals. Therefore, this dying man's last efforts were to leave clues for those who might come after him. Remember, Watson, this man's forefinger was also coated with dust, and we found drawing drawn in that very same dust upon the floor.
Exactly, Holmes. An addition symbol was there, placed within a rectangle.
Let us consider the facts, Watson. A number of people were taken by force underneath Warehouse 12, drugged, and then transferred in boxes by ship to some as of yet unknown destination. For the moment, London has nothing more to tell us. These people, whoever they are, have a small advantage. We should give them no more. We must make our departure, but to what destination? Wait, Watson! I have a sudden thought. What do an edelweiss and a rectangle containing an addition symbol signify to you?
Oh, Switzerland. Yeah. I know that. I mean, I know that because of living in the world, but also the dumb joke. What are some good reasons to live in Switzerland? Well, the flag is a big plus. Also, Edelweiss from Sound of Music. They lived on the border with the Swiss.
Switzerland, of course. Watson, we shall divide our tasks. I shall report the particulars of Mr. Colby's death, as this affair requires the utmost in tact and discretion.
Well, I never. Thank you, I am sure.
Watson, you know I'm impersonal, each man to his specialty. I rely on you to book passage for 2 to the continent immediately. And, Watson, see what you can learn of an institute called the Black Edelweiss and determine if it is located in Switzerland. If this place can be found, I believe it holds the answers that we seek. Now, hurry, man. The game is on.
Hold on, Holmes, you are reading some penny dreadful. Here I thought to find you deep in some ancient news clippings, seeking similarities with our case, and yet you waste your time reading some outlandish adventure based upon some improbable hero.
Beware of considering popular literature as unworthy of our interest, Watson. Besides, am I not myself considered by some of your readers as an improbable hero living out outlandish adventures?
Could it be that we are in a
Holmes, you
video
go too
game
far.
right now?
Let's not speak on this, Watson.
Oh shit, it's a satellite tracking device.
This horrible statuette gives my nerves a shake, Holmes. This trip to Switzerland, it brings back unpleasant associations, doesn't it?
Watson, those events should remain where they belong, in the past. However, I will not be joining you in Switzerland. When the train arrives in Lyon, I'm afraid we must part company, as I have business elsewhere that will take some time.
But Holmes...
As a doctor, your impeccable credentials will allow you to ably advance our investigation at the Black Edelweiss Institute. My presence would likely only arouse suspicion and harm our cause. I am writing the name of a Swiss policeman on this piece of paper. He is stationed at the village near the Institute and is a most reliable and capable man. Turn to him should you entertain even the slightest suspicions during your visit.
And you, Holmes?
As for me, Watson, I will investigate this case from the other side. Keep your wits about you, Watson. Should you witness anything out of the ordinary, no matter how trifling it seems,
Watson is
go immediately to the valley and
gyroscopically
ask for
stabilized.
Superintendent Bilger. I know him. He's a trustworthy fellow and has been informed of your presence in his district. He should prove to be an able ally.
That's a zoo race looking horse.
Here now, this is hardly reassuring. Coachman, wait for me here.
Okay.
I have no interest in going there.
Well, it is about 11 o'clock where I am. I do not want to go into the wee hours of the morning, so I might consider calling this a night. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'll be back tomorrow evening with more Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. The plot is thickening as we see. We're getting more of the Cthulhu stuff. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, sorry about my absence, attending to real-life stuff. Programming note, I will be away next Saturday. Gonna be up in Columbus seeing a podcast with my brother. So, only a Friday show next week. May try to make up time on Sunday. Otherwise, if you're watching and you haven't followed or subscribed with your Amazon Prime, consider doing that. If you missed any part of this, these are archived, not just as, VODs here on Twitch, but also I edit them up a little bit and put them on YouTube a few days later. That is youtube.com/Duckfeed.tv. If you're watching on YouTube, twitch.tv/Duckfeed.tv. Take care, everybody. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy this beautiful burgeoning spring that we are experiencing, unless you're in like Australia or the Southern Hemisphere or whatever, in which case enjoy your fall. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.